It's Glenn the Ball Chef, and this evening we're going to put together a Taiwanese beef noodle soup recipe. Very easy and quite delicious, I might add. So let's get started. If you really want to get excited about something, give this Chinese ROC Taiwanese beef noodle soup a try. You can't go wrong, I promise you. Start the dish out. We're going to boil up the noodles. I use the extra wide Chinese noodles. I put in about 8 cups of water. Boil these for 8 to 10 minutes. Manufacturer's recommendation. And strain them off. Now we're ready to start our broth. Start with a stock pot, 8 cups of water, 1/4 cup of dark soy sauce. To that, we're going to use 4 pieces of star anise, and put that right into the stock pot. And then we're going to put in a pretty good size piece of ginger that's been sliced off rather thinly. And to that, we're going to actually throw in the rind of half of a tangerine. Add a little bit of white pepper and 2.5 tablespoons of garlic, 2.5 tablespoons of brown sugar. Here's our beef. We got boneless short ribs. They have a lot of marbling to them. They boil up real nice after a couple hours. Very tender, juicy, and I highly recommend using this. Then throw in 2 scallions cut in half and the stems of some cilantro. Hit it with my favorite, which is a little bit of sriracha, and we're going to let this stuff boil for a minute. Take it down. A lot of people use chopped tomatoes. I've just put in a little bit of tomato paste and a 1/4 cup of Chinese white wine. Bring this back up to a boil for an hour and a half. And once we have this boiled and the meat is tender, we're going to remove all of the ginger, green onion, white onion, and everything else that's been put into the stock, so that we have a fairly consistent broth. One of the main keys to this is because these beef short ribs are so fat, we're going to want to actually turn the heat down to low and let all the fat rise up to the top of our stock, so that we can actually skim off most of the fat, so that we can just get the flavor. Here it is sitting and ready for us to start our skimming process. Take your time on this one, folks, because of all this fat. It is a lot of flavor, but it really is quite fatty, and you need to take some extra care and really try to take all of the fat that's floating off and the scum off the top of this stock before you proceed to the next step. But once you have all of the fat taken off, then you're going to be ready to start plating this bad boy up. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the noodles that we've already cooked and drained. Take a couple pieces of this delicious short ribs, pour that right over the noodles, get some broth on this bad boy, and I'll tell you what, we got something special coming here. Maybe another ladle of that delicious broth, and then we'll take it over and doll it up with a little bit of green scallion, and of course some fresh cilantro that we can put over the top of that. And as you can see here, this is the finished dish. Taking a taste, it's absolutely delicious. I want to thank you for watching, and as always, bon appetit.